Hello friends, welcome to Pharmaceutical Chemistry Lab, and today we will see different types of laboratory equipments and the glasswares which are used in Pharmaceutical Chemistry Lab. Now let's go one by one. For this, now you can see here I have with me that is burette. This is a burette along with the burette stand. Burette which is already applied to the burette stand, you can see here, which is graduated means it consists of marking, and you can see this is a burette of 50 ml which is used for purpose of titration. There are various types of titration, that is argentometry, acid base titration, complexometry titration, and many are there. And the titer which is present in this burette, it is applied in the volumetric flask by loosening this screw, and drop by drop you have to add the titer which is present in the burette. Then it will come to the end point of that particular titration. The next glassware, which is a beaker of 100 ml. This is not a graduated, or you cannot use it as for the purpose of measuring. You can just take an reagent or a distilled water in this as a reservoir for performing any experiment. Then this is a beaker of 500 ml. Then this glassware, it is called it as an volumetric flask which is of 250 ml, and you can see here it consists of mark. So to the content, it means the liquid or reagent whatever you are preparing, it is to the content up to this mark of 250 ml. Then this is an dropper. This is the dropper, so whenever you have to take any liquid, you have to use this dropper. It is not like that you can insert dropper, or you can take this. If you are taking any liquid from this beaker and you are again using the same beaker, so it will contaminate the liquid. So one dropper will be used for one single glassware. These are the glass rods which is just used for mixing the reagent or the solution which you are preparing. This is a test tube of 10 ml. It is used for performing various tests. This is a test tube holder. You have to use, or whenever you are performing any test, you have to make use of this test tube holder, and by this way you have to show the test which you have performed. This is a iodine flask of 250 ml. Generally it is used for carrying out the assay of iodine. This is round bottom flask which is used for the purpose of synthesis, or generally here condensers are applied to this round bottom flask whenever any experiment of synthesis are performed. This is a small round bottom flask of 250 ml. This is a Nessler cylinder which is used for performing limit test as given by Indian Pharmacopoeia. You can see here one test I have performed, that is limit test of chloride, where you can compare the standard versus test. Then this is a funnel which is generally used for the purpose of filtration. The filter paper which is applied over here, and which should be wet, so that if you have to filter any or if you have to remove the PPT, or if you have to remove the residue, this funnel is used. This is another glassware which is also a 10 ml pipette, and you can see here there is one mark present here. Up to this mark you have to suck with the help of blower. Generally it is used in titration. Now this is 10 ml graduated pipette, and you can see here the blower is applied here for purpose of sucking, so that the content should go upward in this measuring pipette. So whenever you have to measure 1 ml also, you have to fill up this volume up to mark 0, and then from 0 to the mark 1 you have to pour the fluid wherever you have to apply it. Then this is measuring cylinder. Whenever the solution which you are using, it should be measured in this. Then these are small measuring cylinder. Then this is spatula, which is used for weighing the chemical. This is an weighing machine which is working on a battery. So you can see here, now it is showing a reading of 0, and whenever you are keeping a butter paper on it, it show a reading of 0.20. You have to auto zero it. It means you have to tear it by using this tear button, and when it comes 0, then and then only with the help of spatula you have to add the chemical in this butter paper. Now you can see this is the pharmaceutical chemistry lab. You can see on the wall there is a modern periodic table. Everybody should have a modern periodic table in their lab manual. These are the racks where reagents, chemical bottles are present, even indicators are present. So this is a reagent bottle. So whenever any reagent is prepared, it should consist a label, and it is prepared by whom, and it should consist the date of preparation. So date of preparation is, suppose for an example, 25/1/2021. So it will consist expiry of 3 months. So on 24 April this chemical will get expired. Whenever you are preparing the solution in volumetric flask, so it having a expiry date of 1 month. Whenever you are preparing indicator, so indicator it have a concentration of 0.5 to 1%. It also have an expiry date of, or expiry period of 1 month. So these are the different types of chemicals which are present, which consist diluted mainly, and generally whenever the dilute acids are prepared, acid is poured inside the water and not water is poured inside the acid, because whenever water is poured inside the acid, it will give a extremely concentrated solution, and which may produce a boil or a violent, or may give the exothermic reaction. Whereas whenever you have to prepare any dilute solution, for example we have used dilute nitric acid, acid is added into this water and not water is added into this acid. Then these are the filter paper which is used for the purpose of filtration, or if you have to dry the compound you can use this. Then this is the thermometer which is used for measuring the temperature of, if you are synthesizing the things. And this is the test tube stand. One more type of test tube stand we are having. You can see here, this is also an test tube stand. Then everybody should have a matchbox or lighter with them. This is a tripod stand which consists this wire mesh for the purpose. You cannot produce a direct hit on the you cannot directly hit the reagent or whatever things you are preparing. You have to use this wire mesh. Then this is an pair of tongue for if you have to catch or hold any tube. If you have to pick up this beaker, you can also use this pair of tongue. This is an porcelain dish for evaporating purpose also we can use. Then these are the capillaries for the purpose of melting point. Then this is the Thiele's tube. Generally it is used for carried out the melting point. And these are some sodium fusion tubes for element analysis purpose, mainly copper, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. For that purpose it is used. So in short, I have given you the brief of all the chemicals, glasswares which are used in pharmaceutical chemistry lab. So thank you for this. Thank you all of you.